Hi guys, welcome back. In the last session, we had our discussion related to Docker volumes, and we have seen what is stateless container and what is a stateful container, and how to make our application as stateful container based application by using volumes concept. Then after, we discussed what is a Docker Swarm. Docker Swarm is a container based orchestration platform. Docker is a containerization software, whereas Docker Swarm is an orchestration platform. Containerization means packaging our application as a container for the easy execution in any machine. In order to create the containers, in order to scale down the containers, we are going for Docker Swarm. So someone is asking a question, what is the difference between Docker Compose and Docker Swarm? So both are not same. Docker Compose is used to create multiple containers for our application. It is used to manage multi-container based applications. Whereas Docker Swarm is called as orchestration platform. Docker Swarm is used to balance the load. It is used to manage the containers. That means I want to scale up containers. Currently, my application is running 2 containers. I want to run that in the 4 containers. Okay. If you want to scale up and if you want to scale down your application containers, then you can go for Docker Swarm. This Docker Swarm will run based on cluster. Cluster nothing but group of servers will be available. So master node will be available as well as worker nodes will be available. Whenever we execute a command, then the request will go to the master node and the master node will assign the task to the worker nodes. So Docker Swarm is going to work based on cluster. Cluster is nothing but group of servers. Master node will be available and worker nodes will be available. So we will send a request to the master node. Master node will assign the task to the worker nodes. So, and we have seen the commands, how to see that Docker Swarm will be available by default with the Docker. You don't need to install that separately. Now, so these are the commands which are used to see the Docker service and start that service, add the worker node to the master node and leave from the master node like that, remove the service. We have the commands for that. And summary. So here we have seen what is application stack and what is front end, back end, and database. Life without Docker, life with Docker, Docker introduction. What is Docker? What is virtualization? What is a containerization? How to install the Docker in the Linux, as well as we have seen what is the Docker architecture, Docker terminology, Docker file and Docker file keywords, writing the Docker file, Docker image commands, Docker container commands, Dockerizing Java Spring Boot application, Dockerizing Java web application with external Tomcats, Dockerizing Python applications, Docker network, monolith versus microservices, Docker Compose file creation, Docker volumes. We have seen Docker volumes and how to Dockerize Spring Boot application with MySQL database using Docker Compose. So we have seen how to Dockerize Spring Boot application with a MySQL database using Docker Compose. What is orchestration platform? What is the Docker Swarm cluster setup? How to deploy Java web application as a Docker container using Swarm cluster. These steps we have done. So coming to the commands. So we have practiced several commands. Docker info, Docker images, Docker info to display the status of the Docker, it is running or not. Docker images. So what are the images available in our machine? To display those images, we are going for Docker images command. Then Docker RMI command to remove the image, Docker pull command to download the image, Docker run command to run the container in the detached mode with the port mapping. To tag the image, we'll go for a Docker tag command. To log in into the Docker Hub account, we will use Docker login command. To push our image to the Docker Hub, we will use Docker push command. Then container commands, Docker PS command to display all the containers which are running, Docker PS-A to display the containers which are stopped, Docker stop container ID to stop the container, Docker RM to remove the container, To remove the running container, we can go for Docker rm-f, Docker system prune A to delete all the stopped containers and unused images and unused networks, unused values. Docker logs container ID to check the logs of the container. Docker exec-it container ID bin bash. It is used to get into the Docker container. So we want to log in into the Docker container shell. Then we can go for Docker exec-it. Docker network ls to display the networks which are available. Create the network, Docker network create, remove the network, Docker network rm, inspect the Docker network by using inspect command. Compose, Docker compose up to run the Docker compose service, compose down to remove the containers, compose ps to display the containers, compose images, what are the images which are used by Docker compose, and Docker compose stop to stop the containers, Docker compose start to start the containers. And the next one, we have Docker volume ls. It is used to display all the volumes available in the Docker. And Docker volume create, we are going to create the volume, inspect the volume, remove the volume, prune the volumes. And these are Docker swarm commands. I have given this in the notes, guys. So please review these commands now. We will conduct one exam on the Docker commands in another 5 minutes. I have prepared almost 35 questions, 30 to 50 questions I prepared on the Docker. So I want you to write the exam now. Just go through these commands, 5 minutes. I'm giving the 5 minutes of time. In the class notes, I have updated this file. We have exam on the Docker in 5 minutes. Okay, guys. I want you people to go through the commands which I have given. We have exam on the Docker in 5 minutes. Please start. Yeah. Guys, all of you ready? Okay. Guys, all of you open our mobile app. Exam will be there on our mobile app. All of you log in into our mobile app. Guys, all of you able to see our mobile app. Go to mobile app. In the mobile app, if you click on the menu, you can see free test option. If you go for free test option, then you can see that Docker test. 1 second, let me change the timing for that. Guys, are you able to access it?
Is it the okay? The one I'm seeing is free practice.
Yes. So now if you go to our mobile app, there is an option called free test. When you click on the free test, upcoming test.
Sorry. I'm using an iPhone. I see free content, recorded video, practice test, study material.
Practice test.
Practice test.
Ashok, it is showing
DevOps test 1.
Yeah, it will start at Docker test. The title is Docker test. It will start at 7:30. In another 2 minutes, it will start.
I am seeing Azure test, not Docker.
No, sir. Even in my iPhone, when you log in into when you open your mobile app, Ashok IT app, on the top, if you click on your profile icon, there you can see study materials and free tests. If you click on the free test.
Okay. I see is a drop down menu. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Free test.
Upcoming test is there. Docker test.
I already started, sir. Is it okay?
Yeah, you can.
Sir,
it is now
started from 7:56 a.m.
No. If you check it now, it will start at 7:30 a.m.
I've seen it. Docker test. Thanks.
Yeah, right.
It is not visible for those who can enroll through browser.
No, sir. It is from mobile app.
Okay.
Not visible in the browser. It is in the mobile app. If anybody has not downloaded the mobile app, please do that. You will access that.
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm just downloading.
Yes.
Sir, I'm unable to find.
So it is showing the test not.
It will start in 2 minutes, man. 7:30. I have scheduled the time.
Sir, it is under the study material? Or?
No. Free test option is available.
Sir, I'm not seeing that one. I just log in, downloaded and log in into Asok IT.
Yeah.
So,
You refresh it. If you go to the profile, there is below study material, free test option is available.
study material, study testimonial, edit profile, payment, setting, private policy. I'm seeing these options here.
Maybe you signed as a parent, man.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
Guys, the test is started. You can write it now.
Let's see.